Folks, just Darren here. I'm trying to cover up my social security number with my thumb or something, but this is my DD214. Now, I've made several videos calling Vonhelton out on stolen Valor, and I think showing my DD214 will prove that he's a Valor thief. But not only that, people have been asking me, well, if you're going to say you're a veteran and you need to prove it, well, I couldn't do it, and I was putting it off mainly because I'd moved in this house in May and the DD214 was in a box somewhere and we didn't find it, and I just found it tonight. So I built a new bookshelf, and my wife was getting books out to put on the shelf and found my DD214 amongst other stuff that we were looking for. So that's it. So here is my DD214. Now I don't know how good you can see it here, but I'm trying to keep my social security number covered up. See, Darren Michael Morrison, and I was in the U.S. Navy. Now I was in the Army too, but I'll have to prove that, and I'll have to prove it another way because I only have one DD214. I used to have two of them. I misplaced that one years ago, and actually I know what happened to it, but anyway. So there's the medals I earned, and one of those medals is the Army service ribbon. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. But we're going to keep looking at this because I want to get down towards the bottom here. See that RE1? I'm an RE1, not an RE3. Now, Vonhelton makes that claim that RE3 means it's a good discharge. You see, I'm not under honorable conditions, but actually honorable discharge and the LBK. That's what someone who isn't drummed out of the military should look like. Now, that's a DD214. So, has my mom's name. That was my closest kin because it was right after I got divorced. I got divorced the same time I was getting out of the military, so I had to put my mom's name instead of my wife's name. But those are, shows that I went to medical school, and I went to field medical school because I was a combat medic, and I went to whatever else. But that's it. You saw it. You could free. Here's ribbons. They're pretty worn out. These are my ribbons. I've seen a lot of models. It's been 20 years since I got out of the military. They looked nice 20 years ago, but now they're all dirty and grungy. This is my national defense. This is my one of these is pistol, and one of these is rifle. I earned one in the Army and one in the Navy. I earned a pistol in the Navy. This little rainbow, what's on this side? Rainbow. It's not that. It's not a, the gay rainbows thing. It shows that you were served in the Army. They used to joke about that though. And the one with the little star in it, that's overseas. That means you spent more than 6 months overseas. And I got a what do they call it? I got it twice. That's what I was trying to say. Forgot what I was trying to say, but it's late, and I probably need to go to sleep here pretty soon. But that's what that means. That's overseas deployment ribbon, and I got that twice. This national defense, what I said, because that was during the Desert Storm. I was stateside during the Desert Storm. I didn't get involved with that until it was already over. So I don't have any ribbons like any of the cool ribbons. I was kind of bummed out. I wanted at least a couple more. I didn't get a good conduct medal. You see that? That proves I wasn't like the most squared away guy. I'm willing to admit that. I'm not a narcissist where I can't admit that I've ever failed at anything. I got an officer slapped me in the back of the head when I was writing down a phone number. He thought I was sleeping, and I got in his face, started yelling. Well, you do that, you don't get your good conduct medal. So it was my own stupidity. But I got an RE1 because they wanted me. They would have let me re-enlist. Now they won't because I'm diabetic, I'm overweight, and I'm over 50. I'm not going back in. But unlike Vonhelton, I didn't get an RE1, and I didn't get a JHJ. I got an RE1 and not an RE3 because I didn't get drummed out of the military. I got my enlistment ended, and I didn't re-enlist, even though I probably should have. But shoulda, woulda, coulda, you know. Could have made a career out of the military, and I didn't. But I didn't do the civilian capacity, which is code for I got drummed out of the military, so I had to make up a story to make me look like I'm not such a failure.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I figured out how to do this without revealing too much of my personal information. All right.
Yeah, you don't want to reveal the fact that you don't have anything on there. You don't have any ribbons. You don't have anything on there because you weren't in there for less than 6 months. That's why you don't got no benefits. That's what you're not revealing because the only thing you got to hide on there is your social security number. And like I did, you can just put your finger over it. What are you trying to hide, Vonhelton? Why don't you show your whole DD-214 like I did? How come?
In my nubby little digits here is my DD-214 or a portion thereof. I'm obviously not going to show you my entire DD-214, so you can go fuck yourself.
No thanks, I use toilet paper.
However, what I will show you is that it says clearly on my DD-214 under honorable conditions.
Keep in mind, folks, honorable conditions does not mean honorable discharge. It's not even remotely close to an honorable discharge. It is a general discharge. It's what the Army back in the 70s and the early 80s called an general discharge. They said under honorable conditions. Vonhelton's trying to make you think that it's an honorable discharge, and he even quoted that the other day in a Google Hangout, but he did not get an honorable discharge. It is under honorable conditions, which means he got kicked out.
It also states on there that my reenlistment code is RE3. Folks, if I was dishonorably discharged or if I was released on a medical, my reenlistment code would not be RE3.
RE3 means you need a waiver to get in. You just pwned yourself. You're your own worst troll. You made a hate video against yourself. You're such an idiot. RE3 means you got kicked out, dude. That's the only way you get an RE3. You see, I got an RE1.
Okay, it wouldn't. I wouldn't be allowed back in the service if I was dishonorably discharged or released on a medical. Now, the separation code there is JHJ. I'm sure a troll or hater will look it up. However, trolls and haters, I would remind you that the JHJ code does not necessarily apply to me in total.
What part of unsatisfactory performance doesn't apply to you? Oh my. Oh, God. Now you've seen my DD-214. You've seen Vonhelton's DD-214. I got an honorable discharge. I got RE1 discharge. I wasn't the most squared away awarded veteran there is, but I didn't get an RE1. I didn't get a JHK. I'm sorry, Vonhelton. You didn't serve in a civilian capacity. Let me show you what Vonhelton looked like after he got out of the military.
Hi, welcome to the humble
Skinny guy with glasses? That's Vonhelton. This is after the military. This is the guy who was supposed to be this black ops, big muscle-bound person that resembled the Punisher. This is not him. This is the real Vonhelton. Herb Vonhelton, what he was called back then. It was before he changed his name. I don't know who that guy is. Probably some decent person. But there he is. See him over there? Real skinny little guy, just kind of twerky. And you can clearly see that Vonhelton really is a Valor thief, because I compared what a normal DD-214 looks like and what his was. If he was working in the military government capacity, he would have had a better discharge than he did. He probably got an honorable discharge, RE1, all that kind of stuff. And people do actually do civilian kind of stuff like that. It's kind of sketchy, but I've known people that may or may not have. I don't know for sure because you never see them again. So you don't. But I knew a guy that, but he had a college education. They look for guys with college education, guys with special forces training. They don't get some guy who drummed out of military because he couldn't handle it and he wasn't a good tanker or whatever, and unsatisfactory performance. They don't just randomly put things in there. Those are, the military doesn't want to put negative things on your record. They only do it when they have to. Vonhelton got kicked out of the Army. I'm sorry about that, Vonhelton. I'm sorry you never were the Punisher. You never were this civilian that did all this stuff that you think you did, that you're not supposed to talk about, but you always talk about, I'm sorry about all that, Vonhelton, but you're a Valor thief. Sorry.